Hey my friends, it's your friend Kevin here with today's Divine Daily Blast. Let's get right to it. I've got something new to share with you too, so here we go. Alright, so, as we know, oh Lord, I did some tidying and cleaning yesterday, and this stand that the camera's on goes cattywampus. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. Kevin, get with the program. So, as you know, I start with the daily numbers, and I wanted to find something interesting so that I don't mind my little pink cards that have a number on it and go into the numbers, but I thought I'd order a deck that was already pre-printed and looked kind of pretty. Well, I ended up getting this numerology deck from a company called Mystic Mondays, which actually has a tarot deck that goes with it. This deck was authored, and I guess it was the love of the child, if you will, of Grace Duong, who is a master numerology. So it comes with, you get this lovely little box inside here and a bunch of cards. Well, each one of the numbers has actually 7 different categories. So there are 7 different 1s, 2s, 4s, 5s, all of them. And I'm going to learn more about them for you later. I pulled the 22 and the 4 from the Heart Desire suit. That's the only other way I can call it. Grouping suit, whatever you want to call it. Sometimes we make these mistakes, but they're not really mistakes. They're missteps. And I think, when it came and it arrived and I opened it up, I thought, this is way more complicated than it needs to be. And now I notice that there's a lot of things in my now adult life that I have found seem to be more complicated than they need to be. And so I sort of went to Spirit, as I do. Tell me what I need to do with this. Tell me how I feel about this. And tell me what my heart says. And Spirit just said, you're always wanting to learn new things, so why not learn this? There we go. So I'm going to go with my regular notes on the 22, which reduces to the 4, and then get in a little bit to this 22 number, Heart's Desire. So let's start with where we are with the number 22. It is angelic influences, carrying the characteristics of the number 4, but being a master builder. It's literally an amplified version of the number 4 energy, which is why I put the number 4 there. And the little notes on the bottom, the 22 said, I desire to be a master builder and bring systems to scale. The number 4 says, I desire to be the showrunner and honor sacred systems. What I love about these two is it gives me a different perspective on numerology. It comes from the heart because that's what we are. That's the vibration we work with. Now 22 works with the Magician and the King of Swords, or the King of Air. Archangel Raziel, Archangel Raguel, and probably a little bit of Gemini to boot helps us with this. 22 is a master builder. It's a manifester. It's about balance and duality, life areas, influence, relationships, twin flames, all connected with this 22 energy. And what's rather interesting is we have the Lovers card, which I'll get into later. But let me go on with my isms, the moon, and the messages, and then I'll come back to what the guidebook says about this. So today, being Saturday, the 6th of June, 2026, the moon, my friends, is in Aquarius. Now, I'm using Yasmin Boland's daily diary. I'm not an astrologer, and I find her work to be very simple to understand and easy to land. There's a lovely link between the cool, quirky Aquarius moon and the wounded healer Chiron today. What is it in your life that needs to be healed? Is it emotional, physical, or all of the above, or everything? Just get with the program. Get quiet. Is there an area of torment, turmoil? I know myself, when I'm not feeling balanced, there's a little bit of obsessive energy. I get a little bit like, I must have this and I must have that. I want to go mental shopping. That's an indication that something's off. Something's a bit not quite right. Now, according to, well, let's move on. Archangel Sandalphon has a message. With my feet on the earth and my head in the heavens, I deliver prayers directly to the divine. And I return the answers back to you. May not happen right now, but these answers do come back. My prayers are always heard and always answered. I receive angelic guidance with perfect clarity. Perfect clarity. Some people say they don't ever hear the answers from Spirit. They don't ever hear the answers from God. They're not listening. I don't want to be any unkind to people, but the messages, the answers are everywhere. Noises, music, lyrics from music, billboards, walking in a shop, seeing these numbers, seeing a colour over and over and over again. Anything that draws your attention away from what you're doing, where you're going, like a little bit of a distraction, there are answers in those distractions. So we have to tune in. And sometimes we can say, universe, I'm unclear about the answer. Show me so that I can see it. And trust me, they will. In my isms today, I am open to new opportunities and the universe supports my dreams. I'm on the way to another wonderful experience. We're always on the way to experiences. Why not make them wonderful? And all is well. If you did nothing else every morning when you put your feet on the floor and you opened your eyes with your bed head and your hog breath. No, I'm just kidding. If you just said, all is well. All is well. Nothing I need to worry about. All is well. Now, I don't know how you say that if something catastrophic has happened. I can only imagine what that feels like. But if you're alive and you're kicking and you're experiencing the catastrophe aftermath, and you can still say all is well, then all must be well. Some of you have shared your incredible experiences. I know I've been through a few myself. And when everything settles down, all is well. The Thronins are here, giving us an opportunity for growth, even when it feels like things are turned backwards. The universe is lining itself up to bring things into alignment and balance. Hathor, shine your light. She's the cow goddess, back from Egyptian times. You can go back through some of my videos this week, get a deeper dive into her message and her mission. Louise Hay says, I don't waste time on negative thinking because I focus only on creating more of what I want. And here we have a fabulous Mediterranean village atop a mountain overlooking the ocean's vistas. This could easily be Greece, Corfu, could be anywhere in the Mediterranean, Malta, Gibraltar, any of those places. Rather lovely. And of course we have the lovers, and the lovers today really is talking about representing harmony, deep soul connections, meaningful choices linked to the zodiac sign of Gemini, because Gemini is obviously the twins. It's all about unity, alignment, lining up your heart, your mind, your soul, your passion, and moving generously and gently with other people. The key words to remember with the Lovers card is love, obviously, alignment, partnership, deep attraction, important choices, values. Those are the kind of alignments we have. And in this wonderful image by Ciro Marchetti, we have our two dreamers or fools, if you will, in this loving embrace, and two swans underneath making a heart symbol. Whether the sun is, or whether the earth is facing the sun as it comes in the morning, or saying goodbye to the sun as it goes at night, either way, this is a glorious, glorious card. Now, I promised I would get to the meaning of the 22 in the suit of Heart's Desire. And the affirmation to use, according to Grace Duong, is I desire to be a master builder and bring systems to scale. Master builder, we know. We know you can change the world if you set your mind to it. An ambitious and spirit-driven being. We're all able to connect with tremendous sense of purpose and what we want to accomplish in this lifetime. The card goes on to say you are a visionary with the matching skills set to create the foundation for success. With a firework combination of practicality and imagination, you are capable of transforming the world in meaningful ways. You tend to see the best in people, and this motivates you to serve humanity in all the work you do. And you find it easy to dedicate yourself to grand-scale projects. But it's important to strike a balance between your innovative and intuitive self throughout your spiritual evolution. Now let's go see what the 4 has to say in this particular deck right here. Heart's Desire number 4. Logic, systematic, disciplined. And I desire to be the showrunner and honor the sacred systems. And systems and organizations are the name of the game, and what keeps you truly happy. And you value orderliness, routines, pragmatism. So if there's a problem, you tackle it with your logic and analytical skills. There is something soothing about your routine, whether it's housework, errands, hobbies. And you tend to rock for everyone in your life. Or I should say, you tend to be the rock for everyone in your life. You exemplify security and discipline in both examples, and you're inspirational. Fear of change and uncertainty can limit you as you dislike unexpected surprises. Develop a sense of inner security so that no matter what happens, it doesn't knock you to your feet. So what I'm going to say about this, which I don't dislike it, but this really is more in tune with a numerology reading. And I don't think it's an accident that I picked this deck up. And I think it's something I can explore, but not necessarily something that plays in today's Divine Daily Blast. And what I'm being urged or suggested to me is if I want some prettier number cards, to go to a early learning shop and buy cards that help young people understand numbers. There's our card for the day. Self-care. Ooh, well, if we turn these two over, put that there. A wonderful experience can be something you do with self-care. Self-care requires getting rid of negative thinking, because it's the only way to get what you want. Self-care with the lovers, make sure you're both taking care of yourself. Self-care, if you are the lovers, means that your inner and outer soul is being honored. And I absolutely love the colors in this card. Teal blue or seafoam. And there's magenta. And then there's a lighter pink. And as you can see, our fairy queen is indulging in meditation, and she's choosing to put gemstones all along her sacred or her chakra alignment. Now, if you need grounding, you're all up in your head, I would turn these stones around and put the red at the top followed by the orange and the yellow at the throat, and go down that way. I would say today's reading is about balance, harmony, unity, and finding opportunities to grow. With that said, I'll let you go. I love you. Thanks for liking, subscribing, doing what you do. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye for now.